Hi everyone, this is just a little short impromptu video and it's really following up from the video that stuck out yesterday regarding the awkward scenario where I instructed Ellie to proceed forward and we ended up going through or past the stop line at a set of lights to help the police car. Now there's a few little things that I'd like to address regarding this. I said probably 3 years ago now on a learning point, learning point 94, 95, something like around those times. It was like 3 years ago that it's an offence to go past a stop line to help out an emergency service vehicle, and this is technically correct, it is an offence. So you may think, well, why have I allowed Ellie to do the same thing? And I will stress with this as well, it has nothing to do with Ellie. Ellie's a superb pupil, and she just followed my instructions, so if anyone was going to get prosecuted, it would be me, and I would take the rap for that and hold my hands up. So why did I do it? Well, there's got to be a little bit of common sense with these scenarios. Yes, the law states that if you go past a stop line at a light, that's contravening the law, and you know you're liable to get prosecuted for it. But there's a couple of things that actually go on that people probably don't realise. People have been saying in the comments that it's an instant fine. I don't think it is. I think what happens when you get even flashed by a red light camera or something like that is that the offence gets actually then passed to a human. I'm pretty sure it's a human who decides. And I've been contacted by actually not one but 3 police officers who have all expressed their concern over the comments. Well, I understand it from the police's perspective as well, especially when a lot of the comments were saying, well, I would maybe go through for the fire service or the ambulance, but not from the police. The police do an amazing job, and honestly, I don't care what you think of the police. They're there to protect, and I know they get a fair bit of grief, and they shouldn't do, in my opinion. I would do the same again in a specific situation again. If there was a red light camera, would I think twice about doing what I did? I actually would, but I would still have the confidence knowing what I did in that scenario. I don't think I'm going to get prosecuted because it's got to be in the public interest. And if you've got a dash cam fitted, which I had front and back, right, I'm not in that car today because it's gone off to go and get fixed from the woman crashing into the door, so I'm not in that car today, but it's got a dash cam front and back, so I can prove that what we did was there to aid an emergency service vehicle. For me, I think the law needs to be probably changed on that, so people know that they're not going to get a ticket. Because the police, imagine if they're going to a situation where someone's in danger, someone's life's in danger, sitting there and waiting for 30 seconds behind someone at a set of lights because they don't feel as though that they can help out, in my opinion, is a poor show. I do also understand that in different parts of the country it's different, and that's something that I've learned from the comments and this clip, that I would feel quite comfortable doing that here in Liverpool, because honestly, they're not because I can get away with it, because it's common that so many people do jump red lights. I'm not saying that's the reason why I did it, but it seems as though it's different maybe in London. A lot of people have commented that in London you definitely would have got a ticket for that. Well, if that's the case, it shouldn't be disparity between different cities. You have to have some parity, that if the frame of mind that some person in some part of the country has regarding this has to be applied everywhere. So perhaps the law does need to have an emergency vehicle clause that that as long as you do it safely, and it will add safely, and it's necessary, going through that stop line to aid an emergency service vehicle to actually get to that emergency, for me, is really, really important. Go back to the safety thing. If you think about what myself and Ellie did, we didn't go into the road section ahead, and I was quite adamant for her to sort that out prior to the road section, because once you start going into where cars could cross, that then becomes an issue. Were there any pedestrians about when we did this? No, that may have been a different scenario. So the option that I gave in the community section post about it depends, that's really what I was getting at. So it can never be yes or no. You have to assess each situation on its own merits and act accordingly. So for me, would I do it again? Absolutely. Would I advise everyone in the UK to do the same? No, because there may be a scenario where you do get a ticket because it is an offence. So it's a tough one, and that's why I feel as though I've got to do this follow-up video just to make these points really clear. Now, were there any things that we could have done differently? A little bit, yes. Not regarding our decision or my decision to say to Ellie to move forward, but how Ellie conducted the move forward. She actually went a little too fast. And my intention when I first saw the police car was actually to sort it out prior to the stop line. We had stopped so we could still see the line in front of us, and that's approximately, people don't realise this, it's approximately 1 car length from that line, so we did have plenty of room to do that. Maybe the scenario, because I tried to leave it to Ellie to see and deal with the police car initially, maybe because I left it that little bit later to try and give her the opportunity, and then I said to her, Ellie, we're going to have to move forward, made her, say, stress a little bit, but possibly, and she went a little too fast. And that's evident in the instruction that I had to give, because we were running out of time, and anyone who knows anything about driving instruction realises that if you haven't got enough time, you've got to increase your level of instruction yourself. And being a driving instructor and managing risk is all about managing the speed that the pupil is going. So because the pupil, when Ellie went a little fast as she went to move off, we then ran out of time to complete the manoeuvre. We had to go tight left, tight right, and then straighten up and stop, and that would have got the car into a position where the police vehicle could have got past without us going over that line. Super slow. And well completed, well within Garland. So there's a few different things to it. It's never black and white. For those people who think it's one or the other, it's not. It's never like that. It depends on the scenario, but I thought I'd better clarify this today, because some people are saying, yes, I broke the law. I did, made an offence. Hold my hands up to that if you wish to report me and see whether it gets taken any further. I've got no issues with that whatsoever. Try it if you wish. You'll probably be wasting the police time, but the scenario has to be specific to the situation, or your actions have to be specific to the situation. So would you advise anyone in the public to go off and do the same as I did? No. On test is a difficult question to ask and answer. I have had a conversation with a local examiner a number of years back, actually, when I put the first learning point out, and he said to me that he couldn't be the one stopping the emergency services getting to their destination. So he had that same mindset as I did. But again, could I guarantee that that's not going to fail your test? No. So it's got to be situational. What I probably would advise is try and practice that manoeuvre that I've just explained we should have done with Ellie. Really super slow, tight left, tight right, straighten back up, all within that car length space. So therefore, you can sort it out before the line, and then you shouldn't ever really be in that situation where you're going to have to go past that stop line.
Move forward, Ellie. Move forward and go to the left. Go slow. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Steer right a little now. Steer right, Ellie. Slow, stop. Okay. Good.
The emergency services are there for the exact reason why they're called emergency services. It's an emergency. So for me, I could not just sit there at that traffic light and do nothing. But what you do is down to you. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Been a bit of a ranty one, but it was important for me to get across that information. So take care, everyone. See you soon.